Okay, I want to show you guys something. This is important. It really is. So in Enoch chapter 57, I'm going to say that he sees rocket ships with big engines like we have today. But let's read it, just the first verse here. And it came to pass after this that I saw another host of wagons and men riding thereon and coming on the winds from the east and from the west to the south. Okay, so we have, I just want to go over this. So I got out the dry erase board. So there was he saw another host of, what did he say, wagons or chariots in some other versions, I guess. So I drew a chariot, and then it said, and there was men riding on them. So I drew a guy on there and said they were coming on the winds. That means they were flying. So I kind of drew him like he's flying, right? And this is something that Enoch taught me. Okay, that red dome there, that's kind of like the firmament, okay? And everywhere around, let's say you're in the center down here. This is you. This is any one of us. But the ground beneath us is stationary. And when we look up at the heavens, we can see that they're slowly turning. And that is an observation that should be made if a person wants to understand things to come and some of the nature of reality that we've not understood. But Enoch chapter 18, he says that he saw the treasuries of all the winds. And let's go look at that. Sorry, I'm over at the shop and I got a messy thing going on here. But this came to my mind. So look at this. I could read this so much this page even came out. Okay, so he says, I saw the treasuries of all the winds. I saw how he had furnished with them the whole creation and the firm foundations of the earth. So he's talking about the treasuries of all the winds. And he said he had furnished with them, with the winds, obviously, the whole creation and the firm foundations of the earth. So this is saying that the winds make up the foundation of the earth. And look what it backs it up here. It says, and I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the four winds which bear the earth and the firmament of the heaven. When you bear something, you support it or you hold it up. That is what, so it's saying I saw the four winds doing that. They were holding up the earth and the firmament of the heaven. And I saw how the winds stretch out the vaults of heaven. So that would be like, maybe that would be the first vault of heaven, like the first heaven, you know, the firmament. It says, and I saw how the winds stretch out the vaults of heaven and have their station between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of the heaven. So somewhere up there, there's pillars of the heaven. They're different than the foundations of the earth. He says, I saw the winds of heaven which turn and bring the circumference of the sun and all the stars to their setting. So just as we see in reality, with the stationary ground beneath us, when we look up at the night sky, we see the stars going east to west. And that's what it looks like they're doing. It looks like they're going over us like that. And it doesn't matter who you are or where you are, you're going to experience that. But what Enoch is saying that is he's saying that's the four winds of heaven as if it's a medium or an ether or something. I saw the winds of heaven which turn and bring the circumference of the sun and the stars to their setting. So the winds on the earth, the four winds, that's what men would fly chariots through, right? It says, I saw the winds on the earth carrying the clouds. See, the winds on the earth they're moving a little maybe because they're carrying the clouds and the clouds move around. But what I'm pointing out is there's a difference between the winds of heaven and the winds on the earth. It says, I saw the path of the angels. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of the heaven above. Whoops, we got a low battery sign there. Okay. Okay, this is crazy because the four winds, like when they're going in their little rocket ships and they're going up and they're basically going as fast as they can right into those four winds of heaven. And the reason why this to me is important is because, sorry about the big mess here. I'm just at the shop and the machine, my dad's running stuff on the machine right now. So we need to go to the chapter I was just in. I should have saved that. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's this next page. Okay. Let's go back to this. Okay, so he saw the wagons with men riding on them. Why do I think they're rockets? Well, for one, they're coming on the wind, so they're flying. But it says the noise of their wagons was heard. And when this turmoil took place, the holy ones from heaven remarked it. And the pillars of the earth were moved from their place. And the sound thereof was heard from one end of the heaven to the other in one day. Let me ask you. With all this information and the sound of the chariots, do you know when they launch a rocket, no one can be closer than a few miles away from it, or it'll literally kill you? The sound that a rocket makes is nothing like any other sound. It's one of the loudest sounds that men, well, for sure one of the loudest sounds men have ever created. But so when they're going up into those winds, they're going to cause the pillars of the earth to move out of their place. That's what it said. And what did we just learn are the pillars of the earth? They are the four winds. This makes sense to me. The holy ones from heaven remarked it. They'd be up here somewhere in the heavens looking down, and the holy ones remarked it. Let me show you one other thing. Okay. This is a different part here, but it's kind of crazy. Okay, where are they? Right here. In the year 500, in the 7th month, on the 14th day of the month, in the life of Enoch, in that parable, I saw how a mighty quaking made the heaven of heavens to quake. Didn't we just read about that, you guys? I saw how a mighty quaking made the heaven of heavens to quake, and the host of the Most High and the angels, 1,000 thousands and 10,000 times 10,000, were disquieted with a great disquiet. They're all nervous because of this great quaking. And Enoch, it says, and the head of days sat on the throne of his glory, and the angels and the righteous stood around him. And a great trembling seized me, and fear took hold of me, and my loins gave way, and dissolved were my reins, and I fell upon my face. And Michael sent another angel from among the holy ones, and he raised me up. And when he had raised me up, my spirit returned, for I had not been able to endure the look of this host, and the commotion and the quaking of the heaven. So then Michael's asking him why he's so nervous about this dream, or this vision. And he says, you see, Enoch, he says that this is the last day of the Lord's long suffering. Where is that? Until this day lasted the day of his mercy, and he hath been merciful and long-suffering towards those who dwell on the earth. And when the day and the power and the punishment and the judgment come, which the Lord of spirits hath prepared for those who worship not the righteous law, and for those who deny the righteous judgment, and for those who take his name in vain, that day is prepared for the elect a covenant, but for sinners inquisition. That's judgment day, you guys. When the punishment of the Lord of spirits shall rest upon them, it shall rest in order that the punishment of the Lord of spirits may not come in vain, and it shall slay the children with their mothers, and the children with their fathers. Afterwards, the judgment shall take place according to his mercy and his patience. Okay, this is one thing that I don't think that we should take the position where we understand everything. Because I think that a lot of the things, because that sounds weird right there. If you are a normal person like I feel like I am, when he says, and it shall slay the children with their mothers and the children with their fathers. That to me is probably not talking about like bloody death. I think that's talking about spiritual death. Let me show you why. The people that they take great interest in this world and the things in it, well, they're deceived. But when they do that, I want to show you what is in 67. Where's that? Is that right here? No. Let's see. Give me a moment here. I can't remember exactly which chapter it is in. I will. Okay, that what is LX3? Is that 63? In those days the mighty and kindled. Okay. Maybe it's the next chapter. No. Okay. Oh, it's 67. So it's 67. Okay, yeah, right here. Look at this. It's talking about the kings and the mighty and the exalted. And I think it's talking about the space station and all the experiments they do there to like make stem cells and all the whatever they're doing. I don't even know. Because it advances health or, medical technology or whatever it has or whatever. But where does it say this? It gives a reason why they're going to have a spiritual death. Because they choose it. They choose it. Where is it? Sorry, guys, I haven't been in here for a while. Right here. Let's look at verse 8. But those waters shall in those days serve for the kings and the mighty and the exalted. I think it's talking about the dark waters above, you guys. What we call space. A vacuum. But it's not a vacuum. It's darkness. But it says, but those waters shall in those days serve for the kings and the mighty and the exalted, and those who dwell on the earth, for the healing of the body, but for the punishment of the spirit. Now their spirit is full of lust, that they may be punished in their body, for they have denied the Lord of spirits, and see their punishment daily, and yet believe not in his name, and in proportion. Okay, where is that? Because, right here. For judgment shall come upon them, because they believe in the lust of their body and deny the Spirit of the Lord. You know what? There is a God, and we're subject to him. But anyway, the things that we're building, are going to move the pillars of the earth out of their place, and that causes, as far as I can comprehend, the sky rolls back like a scroll, rolls up like a scroll, and the firmament changes, and it's bad things happen, and the stars fall from like figs from a tree. So here's where I'm at. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like a back room we have. Well, it's not really a back. It's a shop. It's the shop. But it's got 2 floors. I'm up on the 2nd floor, which is really nice and carpeted and everything. I was back over there. There's my dry erase board. And it's really dusty in here. Okay, fine. I'll show you what we've been working or what we've been right above this whole time. We're working right now, or someone is working right now. But this is happening right now. How's it going? You just got to give me the thumbs up. I was just making a video.
I bumped you. I was just looking for...
Yep. Cool. Okay, we'll go up here too. This is like a cool place here. Where's the cat? We have a cat now. He's probably sleeping somewhere. I don't know where he's at. So there we are. Now we're out here again. Pretty wild, huh? Yeah. So this kind of stuff, although it's what we do as people, there's more important things to try to comprehend and to prepare for. Just think about that. It's an intense thing that I don't think any one of us can imagine happening, that the sky changes in a way pretty much all at once, that the whole world sees at once. That's one day it's going to happen. And if you want to be really intimidated by what's coming in the future, start researching what Elon Musk is doing with Starship. Start studying the Raptor engine and some of the things that they're doing. It's craziness. And it's going to bring destruction upon this earth, as far as I can understand through the prophets, that they saw this already. All right, have a good day.